Party rep who described president as intelligent sparks fresh roar. The fresh roar is about a statement he made where he was saying that people should respect the office of the president and support him. It is God who gives leadership and all. Well, some people have said this is going to be, he's probably going to be retired after his 4 years, but I don't know. He's saying that everyone should shit their swords and just support. IGP, acting IGP, I feel like a lion ready to devour Nigeria's enemies. Kano government, okay, took that already. Join the conversation now. Let's get your thoughts in 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. That is 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Prince.
Good morning, Moses. Good to have you.
You're nice.
Great. Thank you for asking.
I think what is going on, allocation of some amount to the House of Assembly, as a kind of, what are you saying? I don't know whether you make a research to come out to see how Nigerian people are suffering by now. In fact, what Nigerians are going through, especially ordinary Nigerians, is more than cashless policy. I was able to go to a filling station 2-3 days ago. There I was there. They were just sitting there putting their hands by their laps. And sky that it is now they know that Nigerians are suffering. Items got up. Everything got up. What are we saying? Did this government were able to carry out some research to find out how ordinary Nigerians are suffering? This oil subsidy, there was no anything put in place to avail the ordinary Nigerians from this suffering. And you are taking allowances to the House of Assembly, billions of naira. You don't think about how these people are suffering. We are facing a lot of challenges. What you are going through is even more than cashless policy. No anything was on the ground. Nothing was planned to avenge people from this suffering. Look at the transport now, everything got up. Price of everything just got up, and there's no money on hand to avenge the suffering of these people. And again, the issue of tariff, they say July 1st, they will increase tariff. And another thing, government will do, they will remove subsidy on tariff. I'm telling you, this country, the level this thing is going, people might have said that. Thank you, Yanacho. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Moses. Thank you for your contribution to the conversation. Well, one Nigerians is suffering. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, sir?
Hey, my name is Haruna. My name is Haruna.
Welcome, Haruna.
Thank you very much. Let me go on the comment of the new, I think, IDP. I feel like to fight my enemy all my heart. You see, that is a good one coming from the, I think, Special General Police. That is how we are expecting from the leadership. When you come, do your work. We in Nigeria, when you say we are performing in your office, we're going to talk. If you don't perform, then we talk. So we need a better Nigeria. We need anybody that just giving appointment at this point, please let that person do his work according to the law of the land. We have a law before getting to the office. Read the law and then work it very well. So that after you left the office, people will continue to remember you. You do well for Nigeria. Not that say you be in the office and continue hurting Nigeria. So we know this kind of leadership should be to continue for this country. May God help us and then give us the leader they are going to lead us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you calling in. All right, keep the calls coming. 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
GB,
How
good
are
morning.
you, Yana?
I'm very well. Good to have you.
My name is GB.
Glad you're here. Go ahead. Let's
The
hear
issue of Labour Party rep, I don't think that should be issue there. The obedience of Labour Party should be accommodating. They should tolerate divergent view. The man had the right to express himself. He said for the first time he met his president as very intelligent. He never knew this. That means that there's a change of opinion. He has to work with the president. He has to relate with the president as member of rep. He's not a national figure. He's no more a Labour Party candidate. He's a national figure now. He represents the state in the national circle. So his view has to change. And when he said that let bygone be bygone, he didn't say that he should withdraw the case from the court. He only said, look, for now, we have a president, let's pray for him to succeed. And that is the general. If Tinubu failed today, all of us fail. As of today. Until court says he's not the one, he's still a president. And all his policy will affect every one of us. So why should that be any problem? And then the issue of the Labour Party, PDP, saying that they will close their case. It's their own choice. They will call 100 witnesses. Now they call 25 and they are tired. It's nobody's choice. It's nobody's problem. If they have the time. The court gave them 8 weeks. And they only spend like 4 weeks. And they say, look, we are tired. It's not about what you bring to the court. It's about the importance, the significance, the material, what you bring to the court. So many of all the witnesses that have been bringing are not being before in there. They say, we collect the election, it was good, only I could not transmit on the portal. How would that one increase their vote? How would that one make Tinubu vote to reduce? They have not told us. They have not told us. So it's not about how you think, it is what you present. Thank you very much.
Thank you, GB. Appreciate you calling in. Getting more thoughts. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, Prince Yanacho.
Good morning, Judy Hanacho. Welcome.
Well done, job, bro. How was your night?
Great. Thank you very much for asking.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the breakfast during the morning
rise.
before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
well
you
done.
very much. Thank you for being there.
Yeah. You see, I think PDP, if they want to close their case, then you should go ahead and close their case. Maybe they have seen it that they don't have any tangible evidence to challenge the victory of the current president. So there is a say that if you can't beat them, you don't have choice than to join them. So if they have seen that they don't have case, then they lost the election and they lost the election really. They then just join hands with the winning team. They know how they can move Nigeria forward. As everybody contributes on the building the nation, and let's see how Nigeria can move forward. Probably the people that have case, let them continue pursuing their case. At the end of the day, let courts have the final say. So it is a good one that maybe they have seen that they don't have so much evidence to present in the court, and they are preparing to close their case. Good one for them. And I think for Tom, it's a good one that he have been out of EFCC custody. But I think there is still a lot of investigation to take on his 8 years in office as a governor. So let them investigate him very well and let him give an account how he has run the office of the governor for 8 years. Likewise, others. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
Thank you, Judy Hanacho. Appreciate you calling. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Prince Ike.
Well done, sir. God bless you. How was that day?
Great.
Yesterday, you were jumping my calling. You were jumping.
I was jumping your call. How would I know you were the one calling?
No. But I don't want to, keep it in my heart to understand me. I love you personally. I love you.
Prince Ike, go ahead and respond to the headlines, please. Thank you. Go ahead.
God bless you, sir.
Bless you.
Anyway, what I'm just trying to respond is this. The problem of this country is not you and me or ordinary citizens or civil society. It's the politicians. Look at, Hongomos and big and excessive money that has been investment house allotted to, can I say, House of Representative member in the National Assembly, both the upper chamber and also the chamber. Yet, Nigerian people are suffering. we are suffering, we are crying. The issue of fuel pump price is another enigma that is, making us not to move forward. They should help us. Nigerian people are good people. Are you getting me? The problem is that let us, give what is due to A, B to B. Let us stop robbing poor, to pay Peter. Understand me? Nigeria belongs to you and belongs to me, irrespective of, our political connotation, religious affiliation, and tribal origination. It belongs to this country called Nigeria. Good people, great people, wonderful people. Great people. Throughout the whole West Africa, even the whole world. No country can be blessed, overplayed the way Nigeria is being blessed by God Almighty. Thank you, and have a pleasant day, my dear.
Thank you, Prince Ike. Have an amazing day yourself. All right, keep those calls coming. 09073530044 and 09087668888. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my prince. God bless you, sir.
Good
Thank
morning,
you for the breakfast.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
I'm already belly food, the breakfast.
Thank you.
Well done, my prince. This is
welcome.
Thank you. All the way from Football Hills.
Yeah.
Yes, today we don't have much hold up from
Great.
Maraba. Yes,
Great.
it's soon.
Great.
Yes. Yes, my prince. A lot of things are happening. Talking about the service chief. Yes, I am somehow happy, even though the North Central do not have any share. The Northeast and the Northwest, they have had their share, and the South and the Southeast and the Southwest, they have had their share. It's a departure from since 2015, where President Manuel came in. I'm happy that Mr. Ogara, which from the beginning many people never knew about him much, he has actually come from Eze, in Enugu State. It's a departure from what Buhari has done. I think Tinubu should be able to do more. Unite, Nigeria. Having said that, there are two among those service chiefs that I've been following for some time. General Ragbaja and Mr. Musa. Mr. Musa have been in charge of Operation Hardin Kai for some time, and he has been doing well. And Mr. Musa was also in Enugu, some time ago, and he was able to flush out the unknown gunmen. Prior to the election. And Mr. Lagbaja too, I've been following him. It's a man that will follow through to the field. I think in recent time, I've never heard of any army general that will follow his his boys, the bush, to go and fight. He has been doing that, on Kaduna Road. And there was a time that some army were killed. And Mr. Lagbaja went out of his way to follow the boys to the bush to make sure that those that did that, pay for it. So I think these are the kind of two people that, I know their CV, very well. And I believe they are going to work. And they're talking about former South Sudan. My prince, in every 12, there's a Judas. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
In every 12, there's a Judas. How can you tell me that the new government in Kano State that is bent on doing all that Ghana has done, this man has found himself to serve in the government, which means that he has been working for them secretly. And just like you have said, the position that he had is a position that he will know almost everything, about his boss. So how can you tell me that he has now come to serve under a government that is bent on doing everything that his former boss has done? See, it's a Judas, and this kind of thing, is not good, because we should always remember tomorrow. It's just like the case of Alagba Shora, who said they were already urinating, and he has come to acknowledge that Tinubu was his boss. Did you forget before? You are coming to acknowledge now.
All right,
let us remember that there is tomorrow.
Let's allow other people calling. Thank you so much for your contribution. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Yanasho.
Good morning. Okwi.
Why you are not asking of me?
Okwi, I've asked after you now. It's been a while.
I went for holiday, waiting for a new government, whoever they're going to hand over. Now they are hand over. Now come back. I'm back now.
Welcome, Okwi.
Thank
welcome.
you. How's work?
Work is good. Thank you
How's
very
work?
much. Work is good. Thank you very much for asking.
Yeah. Okwi is my name. I call you from I call you for Kubwa.
Well,
yes.
Good. Go ahead.
Inspector General of Police said that he feeling like a devil lion trying to devour Nigeria, something like that.
Yeah.
We have been hearing something like that. He's not the first one to say that. If you have a new Inspector General of Police who say something that will try to, we know them. I don't think that anything good will come out of Egypt. Then the PDP said that they are going to peace committee or peace reconciliation. Let them not come to Southeast. Are you hearing me? Because we in the Southeast, we have rejected PDP in and out. We don't want to see them in Southeast or Enugu in any other place of Southeast. Please, I'm begging PDP. We have rejected them. See, they have rejected us. We have rejected PDP. Let them go. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Okui. Thank you. You're speaking for yourself, I believe, because I don't think anyone appointed you spokesperson of the Southeast. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, President.
Good morning, welcome.
Clement, saying hello.
Clement Zion Prince, good to have you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, Nacho, people have voted 24 billion naira for the accommodation of these National Assembly members, the 10th Assembly. Some of these people in the 10th Assembly have been in that National Assembly for upward of 12 years and more. Many of them came as governors who, before now, have flamboyant houses in Abuja. Even those in the House of Reps have been there ages and have been claiming the same accommodation money, one assembly after the other. And the federal government has the edifice in Akbu for these legislators. Yet every assembly will vote billions for them, like just money for the big boys. That is the country we are living in. They don't suffer what the common folk is suffering. Many of their houses, like that legislator's quarter, I don't know that they are even paying light bill. The poor is taxed left, right, and center, and life is made unbearable for the poor. That the poor can now generate money for the nation, for the nation, and these people sit at the highest positions to just siphon this money and live large. This country needs revolution of the mind. I'm not going to talk of revolution with arms. Revolution of the mind. Many of these government processes that engender poverty for the common folk, the beast of burdens, should be redressed. I'm not an apologist for arms taken against the state, but things are very, very wrong in this country. That's all I can say for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for calling. We're going to do a bit of an understanding of this. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Abdul. I'm calling from Karma.
Abdul, good to have you join us. Are you a first-time caller, Abdul? I'm
a first-time caller today, but I used to be called all the time.
I see you guy, man. Go ahead, talk to me. Welcome.
I greet all our listeners. I so educate for this radio station because no one that can call without making us to be happy and educating us. Let me come to the new service where Buhari and Tinubu appoint. If you see those one that Tinubu can appoint now, what they are saying is it different than those one where Buhari appointed? Not be the one when you can finish work after we receive money finish, they still give an ambassador. Imagine. But this one, even the civil ID now, what is saying? You see, they feel like lion, but we believe what is the mission? God to protect him, give him the power, give him the good wisdom to make this country to become. Nigeria police to be there, okay. They'll be making happy. All those small money, 1 naira, 2 naira, to be surface without a good leader to the police. The police work cannot be okay. We too cannot be love those police people because the way they are doing it, every one of us will wait for you, making cram so that you can get him money. Those things don't work. It's not okay. So we are praying for all the security that they give them appointment. Let them do well. Let them help us to scale this country. Because at the end, now we are living in North. We'll be like a seller. They can take you to go market and sell you. Imagine when we see from the TV, all those moving things, because they happen. Please, we are begging the chief of army staff now and the IG and DSS to help us make all the country to be scale and life and property and believe everything to be okay. I agree to you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you calling in. Let's squeeze in one more caller before we get to your messages. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, man.
Right. Good morning to you, Bright. Welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome.
And I pray you have a pleasant day.
Amen. Thank you very much for that one.
Yeah, man, sir.
Sir.
If you check when Buhari started his administration, some people were there praising. Now, Buhari is gone. The same people are now condemning Buhari. That's how they are pushing politicians. And some people, after pushing them, when they fail woefully, you see them, they jump to another thing. They call them every government in power. That's what they do. They campaign from one radio station to the other one. Everything is right. Look at now. They are started praising the whole IG. Without working, they have started praising them. Allow them to work. If you're only in Nigeria, you give somebody post, he has not performed anything to Thanksgiving. I don't know the type of country we are in now. Okay, now, the Tinubu has been saying is a Democrat. Then you went to arrest many people without even charging them to court under 24 hours or 48 hours. Is that the type of democracy you want to run? When he was doing his own democratic activities, was he not running away from Nigeria because of arrest? Look, everything that is good is good. And I want you again to educate people on the meaning of closing case. Closing case doesn't mean that you are abandoning case. Please, I want you to enlighten people so that you know what you're doing. Okay. And the level of suffering and poverty in this country is good. This presiding prince is shouting always. It's not small thing, When you see people suffering in Nigeria, the amount of people suffering is excess.
Right.
It's excess, and people are going down poverty line every day.
Right.
And we are there.
Praising
somebody I make declared.
Thank you.
We just winning election.
All right. Again, thank you very much, Bright. Let's get to talk about. Look, let's do a bit of analysis. So, the 24 billion naira that the federal government is voting for accommodation of National Assembly members would amount to about 5.8 billion naira annually. That's 5.8 billion naira annually. Now, if you divide that amongst 409 legislators that we have in the country, about 469, right? That would come to about 100 million. We have 360 at the lower chamber and 109 senators, right? So that would come to about 469, right? So if you do that division, it would come to about 100 million naira. Now, we've been talking about making sacrifices and cutting down cost of governance, that National Assembly members need to give up some allowances, give up some of this, give up some of that. The federal government, the presidency also cutting down its cost and making sure that the fewer people under its employ, just so that the country is able to save some. It shouldn't be only the poor people who would make sacrifices. Now, if in Aso Rock, one president is leaving, he has to vacate, that's Aso Villa. He has to vacate Aso Villa for the next president. Why do we not have the same situation in the National Assembly? There's the National Assembly or legislative quarters, right, where senators and House members are supposed to leave. But guess what happened? They decided to sell those properties to themselves. Some of the other lawmakers in the past how does it make sense that government builds accommodation for legislators, and then you're leaving, you decided to sell those properties to yourself? All right, the house, or what do you call it, the accommodation for the president of the Senate has been acquired a long time ago by somebody who was president of the Senate, maybe say over 8 years ago, right? There's been 2 Senate presidents after that person, or so. Yes, now the 3rd one, or so. Yeah, about that, I think. But none of them have this accommodation. Does it make any sense that legislators would leave office and then acquire the property that was supposed to be made for the office? It's like you're leaving say you're retiring, and instead of you to leave your office, right, and everything that comes with the office, you take them. That's what we've been doing over time. Governors will be leaving, and they will leave with the vehicles for that, that was supposed to be meant for the governor. You're no longer governor. You're no longer a senator. You're no longer a House of Rep member. You should leave those things. They don't belong to you. They belong to the states. They belong to the federal government. The next person who is taking over should use those things. That's what it is. In the private sector, you don't leave and then you leave with your office. You're leaving office, right, as maybe director or managing director or something, or even the CEO. You're leaving the position of CEO in a private firm, and then you decide to take all the things, all the perks on everything that was provided for that office. You don't do that. President Buhari, when he was leaving, the day he was leaving, the vehicle that brought him to office, that was the last time that vehicle was going to take him when he left the Eagle Square. He didn't even leave in that same vehicle because he was no longer president. So the car that was going to take him would no longer bear the emblem of President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He flew the presidential fleet in the presidential fleet for the last time, and that plane was no longer Air Force One. It was just one of the presidential jets because the president is not in that jet. President Buhari left. That was the last time. That would be the last time President Buhari would fly in such a jet, unless the current president says, okay, let him fly in one of the presidential fleets. I don't know what sense it makes that a person who was president of the Senate or a senator in 1999 or 2007 would still be living in the house that was allocated to senator of 1997 or 2007, rather 2007. He would still be living there and have an office, and it has one office or something, or it doesn't make any sense because they bought them over. In fact, these are the things that federal government should do: reacquire those properties. All right, let every senator who is senator stay in those places, live in those houses. When they're leaving, they should leave the house for the next person who's going to take over. So should we now build a new National Assembly every time, or provide a new National Assembly space every time there's a new set of senators and National Assembly members? It doesn't make any sense. The federal government should go after these people, get back those houses, because they sold them to themselves. Get back these houses, put the senators there. If you don't want to live there, then you go get a place for yourself. Let's take your messages. And Don is here. Don, good morning to you. Let's hear you.
Hello, good morning, my prince. I was on night.
Good morning, Don.
I hope it was great. This is Don. Okay, quickly, I want to react to the headline that says CSO's demand for Tinubu's corruption blueprint. I just laugh at some people. Some of us already know that this government, I find it difficult to believe that they are ever going to fight corruption in real time, it's going to be business as usual. They arrest the perceived enemies or people who are not aligning with them, and then nothing happens. It will be like usual. It's difficult to fight when your hands are dirty. That's the point. Okay, that's just Nigeria for you. It is not this thing. It is not that difficult to understand. Okay, and 24 billion naira, 24 billion. have been voted for National Assembly's accommodation. 24 billion, Nigeria. How many people are in National Assembly that 24 billion naira is being voted for them? Well, I am not surprised. They always tell you to make sacrifices. Yes, of course, the sacrifices is for them to continue to enjoy, while people wallow in poverty, while people, are starved to death. That's Nigeria. That's the kind of the crop of leaders we have. They have no human face. They have no human feelings. It will continue. We are not surprised. For people like us, we're not surprised. And that is why I have always been clamoring and believing that the right thing will be done and we get the right government we voted for, and they will swing into action and clean up Nigeria and bring down the cost of governance, because they have promised to do that. Thank you and have a blessed day.
Thank you very much, Don. Thank you. Appreciate your message. That the 24 million is not for 1 year. The 24 billion, rather. The 24 billion is what it would amount to in 4 years. All right, so about 5.8 billion naira yearly for the accommodation alone. There are other allowances that they get to. Let's not forget that one too. Hello, good morning.
How was your night? Hope it was great.
Abdul.
Mine was great too. Thank you very much for your tremendous effort once again. My name is Abdullah Mekano, calling from Cuba. So my take this morning is concerning the retirement of our generals. Almost 100 generals are going to be retired. I think this is a backward to Nigerian security architecture, especially when we look at those generals. The federal government have spent a huge amount of money to train them in and outside Nigeria. They have the technical know-how, they know everything, they have the knowledge about the security system, everything concerning the national security, they have it. So I think they are a good asset to Nigeria. We shouldn't retire them all. And this kind of political issue that came to our security architecture, I think is one of the most deteriorated things that always set Nigeria back. I remember when Brute was appointed, many generals were retired. One that led General Army Staff from Kaduna also appointed during Buhari administration. Many generals also were retired. And this last Chief Army Staff, Farouk Yahya from Sokoto, when he was appointed to, many generals were forced to retire. So this one, the same issue, at least 100 generals are going to be retired. So those people, they are very good to Nigeria, and we need them to keep our security intact. I think we shouldn't retire generals just like that. We should follow the due process when we are to appoint Chief of Staff. I think the sentiment of political leaders is what causes all this retirement. We should use those generals, we should use their own knowledge about the security and also use them to handle the issue of insecurity in this country. We have some multifarious challenges in Nigeria. So we need them. When they retire, they will just go. And those who are brought on board, they are not so professionals like those retired ones. So we need them. I think it's not the best idea to force our generals to retire all the time. When we appointed few of them, then hundreds are going to be out of the system. I think it's not the best decision. They have ideas. They know everything. We need them. We have to allow them to exercise their duty so that the country will get itself. I think because our political leaders have politicized even security sector.
Abdullah,
That's why
I'm really sorry. I can take more. Very fantastic thoughts. Very, very interesting angle you brought to this conversation. We've been talking about this for a very long time. I mean, every time we have to appoint new service chiefs, some people just have to go, even though they're very relevant and, maybe really intelligent, they would have to go. And then we still talk about how Nigeria is underserved when it comes to security. Anyway, Emmanuel from... Emmanuel says, good morning, Mr. Prince. I want to react on the issue of student loan. My Prince, this student loan get K-Lego. Do you know that the student loan is nearly impossible to access? Looking at the conditions, for you to access the student loan, both parents must not earn above 400,000. It's about 500,000 as take-home pay monthly. The top guarantors that you must present. Mr. Prince, this student loan is a scam. Government just used that to deceive Nigerians so they won't react on education subsidy they removed. They want to remove. Mr. Prince, 80% of Nigerians won't access that loan. Watch out. I laugh in Swahili. On the issue of LP and INEC, the truth is that INEC will continue to frustrate LP because we are in a banana country. God bless you, Mr. Prince. Emmanuel, thank you very much, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, we've spoken about this, student loan thing. Everyone knows what it is. I'm not going to say more. Everyone knows. If you've been listening, you probably would have understood that. Let's see who's here now. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Yanacho. My name is Joe from Maraba.
Good morning, Joe.
Yes, talking about the presidential election tribunal and the PDP closing their case. Yes, the case or the electoral tribunal is in stages. So if you believe that you've tendered all your evidence and you're done, you close your case. That is how it is done. Then it will be time for INEC and APC to come up to defend, to counter whatever the petitioner have submitted. So that is how it's done. For people to say because they are closing their case, they don't have anything to offer again, they don't have anything, that's why they are closing their case. You cannot present evidence forever. It's in stages. So if you present your fact, you close your case. You wait for your respondent, INEC, APC, and others to respond. That is how it is done. And INEC trying to frustrate the petitioners. We all know that they have a lot, because if their hands were clean, they would have tendered all the documents and say, we conducted the elections free and fair, this person won, and these are the exhibits. But they are dragging their feet and they are not willing to bring out some documents. But be that as it may, we know PDP and LP have sufficient evidence to prosecute that case. Thank you very much, Hanacho. Have a nice day.
Thank you again. And that reminds me, someone said we should talk about this. So closing the case doesn't mean that they're withdrawing the case. They're two different things. What it means, in other words, closing arguments, right? They're presenting their final argument to say this is why we want the case to go our way, why we should win this case. That's what it really means. So what they're going to do is they're going to present their final argument and then allow the judges to make their decision, or even the respondents to also make their
Good morning, Mr. Henacho.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Very well.
My name is Comrade Aruna from Kuje.
Good to have you.
I want to react on like 2 or 3 headlines. Number 1, federal government votes 24 billion naira for accommodation for national assemblies. This headline really caught my attention. I still find it difficult to comprehend that headline. We, the common masses, have been told to make sacrifice, which we have been doing before this government even took over, this Bola Ahmed Tinubu government. But how could this very government vote 24 billion naira for accommodation? Are they building a new accommodation for them? I still don't understand. Can't they cut their costs? I think Mr. President have to revisit this money. You should look at it very well. We have issue at hand. The masses are finding it difficult to go out daily, on a daily basis. And the National Assembly are spending this kind of humongous amount of money for accommodation alone. Then secondly, Mr. Ehenacho, congratulations to the acting IGP, Egbotutu. Pardon me if I didn't pronounce the name well. I think it's high time for him to wake up. He have a year plus before his retirement. So my advice for him is to start hitting the ground running and see how he can sanitize Nigerian police, to see the boys who start working properly and reduce the crime in the society. Then finally, Mr. Henacho, please, I want to use this opportunity to tell Nigerians that.
That's it. Thank you very much. Usman Daura is here. Usman,
Mr. Henacho, Usman Daura is my name. Let me comment on the money earmarked, allotted to the 10th National Assembly. I was made to understand 24 billion naira has been earmarked for their accommodation. It's always funny to hear this kind of stories, Mr. Henacho. Anything that involves the society of this country, the minister will say they don't have money. If also on strike, no money. If also on strike, no money. Court workers, no money. But when it involves them, the money is always there, the allowances. How on it? At a time, yes, I went through hardship. At a time, we cannot afford these requirements. At a time, workers cannot be able to come to work. At a time, we're in abject poverty. At a time, we thought government has come to rescue us. At a time, we were expecting to have succor. Look at what this government is doing for God's sake. You're making 24 billion. How many are there in number? So I understand it, Mr. Henacho. Does this country belong to only leaders? President, vice president, governors, house of representatives, and the rest, and chief judges, and the rest, CJN and the rest. So anything that has to do with their own welfare, government is always ready. Mr. Henacho, why are we like this? Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I'm advising to cut the cost of governance drastically. We cannot continue this way. You must cut it. All those allowances must be cut. We can't continue this way, Mr. Henacho. We can't. We are not slaves in this country. We are not slaves in this country, Mr. Henacho. We can't continue this way.
All right.
Something must be.
Thank you very much, Usman Daura. I'd have to let you go. I'm sorry we had to cut that short because we are out of time. Suleiman Danfulani says, good morning, my prince. My prayers to our new IGP is that may Almighty Allah give him the ability to do the needful and end the insecurity, challenges, and criminality that we are facing in this country. Suleiman, thank you very much. Appreciate you. And Comrade Ulo Bassi is here. Comrade Bassi says, this is quite a lengthy one. It says, they've started again. The leopard hardly changes its skin. Can you imagine proposing a whooping sum of 24 billion naira to sort out accommodation for the National Assembly members while the suffering masses are expected and asked to make further sacrifices for the betterment of Nigeria? Maybe maybe, and I pray that the proposed electricity tariff hike will be the last straw that breaks the camel's back. That breaks the camel's backbone. Let the oppressors remember that it's when the center cannot hold that things fall apart. We are being pushed to the wall and nobody seems to be talking until everything collapses on everyone. We are getting tired of the whole thing. I beg, God will not come down from heaven to help us, but has given us what it takes to say no to man, inhumanity to man. God bless Nigeria. Comrade Ulobasi, thank you very much. Next one is from Joseph Jojo from Goshen Villa. You say, good morning, Iheanacho. The money the federal government is budgeting for the newly elected lawmakers is too much. When many Nigerians can't feed well, can't pay transport to work. I thought they have National Assembly quarters. Can they stay there? We cannot continue this way. No wonder they celebrate when they win. Joseph from Jojo, thank you very much for that one too. Let's see who else is here. And Clement says, Iheanacho, note that these legislators collect many other allowances like wardrobe, running into hundreds of millions. Thank you as well. And okay, this one is from Ogenamano, who says, Raymond Dokpesi is gone. The high and mighty are trooping to pay tribute to him. He was an eye to the blind, a foot to the lame, and a father to the poor. He was a trailblazer, a humanist embodiment of love and compassion. When are we going to have another Raymond Dokpesi in Nigeria? Ogenamano says, speaking there. Thank you very much, Ogenamano. And Engineer Lucky says, Prince, good morning. Please, I am of the opinion that every senator and federal lawmakers should make use of their governor's lodge. Every state have their governor's lodge in Abuja, and they are not making use of it. And the lodges are very big to contain as many people. God bless Nigeria. Engineer Lucky from Suleja, thank you very much. This is where we ended. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of it. My name is Iheanacho Prince. Vicky Vic takes over in Sports on Eagles Wings. I really apologize for taking a meeting into its time.
Welcome to the studios. With me here today is Engineer Emmanuel David of Emma Civil Engineering Construction Company. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
All right, sir. We'd like to know, what do you do at Emma Construction Company?
All right, thank you so very much. At Emma Construction Company, we are experts in road construction and drainages. These are our specialty. We ensure the construction of very high quality roads and drainages. Like you have the problem of flooding in Nigeria today, everywhere you wake up in the morning, you're hearing news of floods and all of that. We can help you tackle your flooding problems. You can reach out to us and you will not regret that you got to us. We are also very good in erosion control, and our drainage systems flow well and it will not collapse. That's a guarantee. We use high quality materials for our constructions. And then for our roads, I will tell you that our roads are durable, not like you do today and tomorrow we are complaining of potholes. No, you will not have that problem with us. We are into concrete roads with good reinforcements, high grade interlocking paving stone roads with high compressive strength that can stand the test of time and withstand heavy duty trucks. Like you have in some places where this road is constructed, and when maybe one of these high duty trucks just moves past it maybe 5 times, then you're complaining about pothole. You will not have that problem with us because we would use